Besides the basic, besides the basic reasons why kas is no good, he has a big chiddush why a person shouldn't get angry. What are some of the basic reasons that Chazal tells us? It says even he brings down a filu as a shechina eno chashuv. A person gets angry, the shechina is not chashuv to him. He can do all kinds of wild things. Mashkiach, he forgets his limud. Umasav tipshus, becomes like a fool. It says that kas, and he brings a kas b'chi kesilim. A person is angry. It's a sign that it's a symbol that he's a fool. That it means that his sins are greater than his merits. Kormin in Gehanim, he has all kinds of Gehanim on him. He's all kinds of suffering, right? So he says, besides all that, besides all the regular, if you read any book on kas, you read Orchas Hadikim on kas, you have the list of all the different things that kas, all the horrible things that the kas is doing it. But he says not only that, but the other thing is that kas brings a person down a madrega. It brings him down madregas. It lowers his level. It makes him forget his learning also. He brings the Gemara here in Pesachim that Reish Lakish said. Every man who becomes angry, if he's a sage, his wisdom departs from him. If he's a prophet, his prophecy leaves him. And then he brings this week's parsha. What happened in this week's parsha? It says that Moshe Rabbeinu got mad. Okay, he should have got mad. It says that Moses, Eliezer, the Kohen, and all the leaders of the assembly went out to meet them outside the camp. Moses was angry with all the commanders of the legions, the officers of thousands, and the officers of hundreds who came from the army to battle. He said to them, listen, what's going on here? You guys are fighting Midian. And what'd you do? You kept the women alive. Did you let the women live? The whole point was to wipe out Midian, and how goofy we see that Midian, there was the women that made us, that caused the sin, so causing us to sin. So you should have wiped them out. Why didn't you wipe them out? And he points out that later on, in the next pasuk, a couple pasukim away, it says, Eliezer Cohen said to the men of the army who came to battle, this is the decree of the Torah. Only gold and silver. He's telling you what you should pass through the fire, not pass through the fire. But you see from here, it wasn't Moshe Rabbeinu who said the law. Who said the law? Eliezer. There's a Meforish Gemara. The Gemara in Pesachim says that Moshe got upset, and then afterwards, you see, he forgot his limud. He forgot his learning. So what's the story with kas? Why is kas such a difficult midah to overcome? Because you feel it's justified. Of course, the kid did it, the wife said it, this person did it. Of course, what are you supposed to? Isn't it normal that I get angry? It's normal, it's justified. The guy was pogeh you, he said the wrong thing, they did the wrong thing. You're supposed to get, isn't it normal to get angry? Is it that natural? The answer is Einochinami, it's normal and natural. But the chiddush is that even though it's normal and natural, you're going to still pay the consequences of it. That's what he wants to say. He wants to say that that's another way of looking at kas. It's true, I should have got angry. The Midrash says, Am Rav Huna, b'shlosh makomos kas Moshe, each 3 places he got angry and he lost the halacha. One place was by Das and Va'aviram. He told him to collect, everybody's supposed to collect the man one time. They collected 2 and he got angry. What happened there? I think he forgot the halacha. What? Yeah, he forgot the halacha of Shabbos. That's Shabbos. Very good. And there was also Klima Tekas. It says over there, but that was the case over here by Midian. So that was the thing that he forgot Moshe Rabbeinu. That he got upset and he forgot the halacha of the Klima Tekas, the metal vessel. And the last case was the case of an onan. It's said by Aaron really...
Oh, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Actually, it was interesting. It's exactly talking about the Kohen and the onan. This is exactly talking about the Kohen and the onan. It said Aaron decided on his own not to eat the nosar, and the halacha really was to eat, and he got mad at him. And because he got mad at him, Moshe Rabbeinu himself forgot the halacha. He wants to say like that even though it's really a natural consequence, we have to be very careful with kas because we're going to you'll lose your level. And he brings a third raya, another raya. It says by Eliyahu Navi. It says like this: Behold, now your servants are 50 able men. Let them go and out seek their master. Perhaps the wind from the Lord has carried them away. They didn't know that Eliyahu Navi died. So Rashi says, is it possible that all these Nevi'im didn't know? Do you know that today the Lord will carry your master? They already knew that. And then once Eliyahu Navi passed away, left the world, all their Nevi'ah went down. You want to make a dimion between Torah and Nevi'ah. That there's the idea that the fact that when we get angry, as people who are trying to become Torah scholars and working on our learning, we can't afford to get angry because if we get angry, we're going to lose halachas. You forget your learning. And he proves from here that he wants to prove from that case that even though they really knew that Eliyahu Navi was going to die, all of a sudden afterwards they lost it. That was because Eliyahu Navi he left. But just you see that he left, but you see that it was a davar ruchni. In other words, the fact that Eliyahu Navi, the Madrega left the world, so they also lost their learning. They can even lose things that they had already. Even knowledge that you had. Torah is not like regular knowledge. It's not like if you learn science and you went to university and you get angry, you're going to forget, your mathematics and you're going to forget your geometry. You're not going to forget it. It's only specifically in Torah. Torah is related to the spirit of a person. If a person has bad midos, if a person gets angry, he's not going to be able to be a Talmid Chacham. He won't be able to learn. He won't be able to think. God forbid, lo aleinu, a person knows if he falls into a vera, and the next day he doesn't come to the Beis Midrash the same person. He has to, again, work himself back up. He has to be involved in learning to purify himself, to make himself kadosh again. In order for the mind to work, we're dealing with very subtle things. In order, the mind is a very delicate instrument. The person that does, and not that's the, that's in an intellectual sense, but also in a spiritual sense. The person has his head in the gutter and all these different things, so he will not be able to learn. And unfortunately, a lot about tshuvas and people come back. It's a tremendous struggle to get back into learning. Rashi, Tosfos, Ritfos, all these things. And part of it is, who knows, lo aleinu, it could be the treif weight, the averas, and all these things. It doesn't just, my Rosh Yeshiva would say, oh, now I'm back. Hi, Hashem, I'm back. Okay, I'm ready to learn Torah. Yeah. Well, what about, your father? Did you Mechal Shabbos and your great-grandfather was Mechal Shabbos? Well, you're just back. Now I'm back. And it doesn't work like that. It takes years and years of work for a person to purify himself, for a person to work on himself, to be able to get to the subtleties of Torah. But if you work, Hashem obviously gives him matana, and he's mechaper our avonos, and he mitaher us. But we have to know that really the learning itself is dependent on our midos.